Gut. Dann machen wir es doch.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side.
Das haben wir alles schon mal gemacht. Wir machen das schnell, ne?
Come to
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hypertext. Young. Oh yes. So Mikhail, they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. No, I can't say that. Mikhail's a little tired.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence.
But I assume you're not.
Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis Pro...
No, I'm afraid I.
So you haven't seen it?
No, I'm sorry.
He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen any...
Aha! What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical.
It looks old and weathered. With...
That's not surprising. Only a. They started out as a. Still. Tricentennial. It was here in Martinez. Which is a feat of
Das haben wir alles schon gesehen.
something like a...
Indeed.
The revolution!
Unfortunately, all of this was built by Felt. Even a boardwalk. Yes, they even built.
A pleasure.
Yes.
Ja.
To lure in their star engineers. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well.
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were
Tape computers. They used them for. What's the Mars
a short-lived.
It's a beautiful piece. I tried to get Mikhail.
The kid takes a peek at the green and...
Actually, no one.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did.
Wait, did he just say, what the hell is...
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there was some parallel.
Actually, I think there is. No, it's too much. He's joking.
In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is, but perhaps I should.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Even one would be very useful. Though I understand. Yes, the official name. Who knows?
Sehr
Maybe
schön.
it wasn't. But of course. What else? Sure. What's on your mind? But of course. What else? No, thanks to you.
Pick your brain.
Also, was lass mal schauen. Mach ich.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying,
Diese Wandbilder, die machen mich ja jedes Mal fertig.
The once
versuch's.
bright mural towers above you. Suddenly, all is quiet. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb. Trying to talk to the wind. This is trying to talk to the city.
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. She's probably not.
Indeed, you
And then there's the church. If I...
or spiritual. She could.
Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't.
Walk the
Die
coast.
ist da
The
drin.
old boardwalk.
Ja. Ich weiß, dass sie da drin ist. Na komm, wir machen mal weiter.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jacket?
Nein.
Me neither.
You should still take it.
Können wir hier irgendwo hin? Ach, hier sind wir ja genau. Ja.
The smell. It's awful and familiar. It doesn't help. You can still smell it. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency.
Nur der
That
Tod riecht
faintly
so.
cloying
Genau.
sweetness. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It
haben wir schon
is
gesehen.
death. It must be. The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirit. Half of his body has slipped.
Haben wir alle schon
between.
gesehen, ne?
The smell.
Hold on. Lividity is faint.
Calm now. Carefully, he's wearing the leather jacket. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain.
Good. We should take a look.
The man, you have to be, or maybe it was his expression, height. Once there's some dried blood on the metal, a dried chunk. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound.
They screech. You see waves churning. He could have easily disappeared into the sea. A .75 liter Tallulah. It's mid-market spirits.
Tear. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves. The blackness of death. Confirmed. Nearly the whole.
He ate the whole pack, right? I've seen it before.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't, but that's just...
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad.
The wedding ring. But let's try to not run ahead. For now, death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning would have definitely played a role. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure. No, I don't see anything that popped up.
Agreed. If this.
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough.
Yeah.
Not that sealing it off.
Komm,
It
fertig.
does seem to be a pretty straight. From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues. Alright, the station is going to want details, however. Let's examine.
Okay, hier sind wir fertig. Also hier, genau. So, gucken wir mal hier weiter. Waren wir hier schon? Hier kommen wir nicht weiter. So. Oh, das wollte ich nicht. Hör auf jetzt. Geht's hier noch irgendwie weiter? Nein, nur da runter. Was ist das? Das hatten wir doch auch schon mal gesehen. das sind die kaputten, ja. Warte mal, kann ich jetzt nicht irgendwie speichern? Sicherheitshalber mal. Speichern. Waren wir in der Kirche schon drin? Oh. Ja klar. Ich kann mich gar nicht erinnern, hier gewesen zu sein auf der Seite. Okay. Gehen wir mal rein. Bisschen Zeit haben wir heute
Heavy
noch.
wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Okay.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. Feels exceptional. 300 tons of pine wood fit together seamlessly. It's old too, cut and carved many centuries ago. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. All you see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy.
Okay,
The
verstehe.
curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol.
Ein Smiley.
Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker.
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
Was?
For Revachol ZOC, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law.
Also was wie Death, Sack oder so.
These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams.
Und was?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth. That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Looks like today was a gold star day. The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all. But
Sehr schön, da kommen wir
now
rein, oder?
the work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment. Yes, the pulsing base. A sure sign of junior delinquency. Somewhere east of here.
There's something on the sea ice there. Nothing happens. Only the
I don't think that's going to work. Do you think our suspect is hiding inside?
The lieutenant nods silently.
Wir versuchen das mal.
A minute or so
natürlich.
of mauling away at the lock has led to no success.
I'm not as sturdy as you are. I have even less leverage.
The doors remain unchanged, closed with a padlock.
Was habe ich denn jetzt dabei? Warte mal. Ich hab's dabei. Mist, dann ist das doof. Ja, dann gehen wir mal hier weiter. Was ist das denn? Boah. Komm, wir gehen mal noch ein bisschen weiter hier lang. Das geht nicht gut. Wir wissen ja, wie wir da hinkommen, aber da kommen wir nicht rein, wenn ich richtig informiert bin. Aber hier waren wir noch nie. Aha. Keine Ahnung.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while.
It's military. A service depot of some sort. Probably something that is no longer there.
Wir versuchen es nochmal.
You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge.
We don't get in there. Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's...
Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either. And thus they can't get in.
Stimmt.
At least you can think about opening it.
Das ist diese Sache mit den Gedanken, die verstehe ich nie. Aber wir sind jetzt auf jeden Fall mal in ganz neuen Gefilden. Was haben wir hier? Gar nichts. Wäre ja schön, wenn wir jetzt in den letzten paar Minuten noch den... Bleibst du mal da, bitte? Danke. Dann komm her. Okay. Vor langer Zeit leider, ja. Okay, hier ist... ne, hier ist nicht Ende. Das sieht mir sehr nach Sackgasse aus, bis auf diesen Stummel. Was haben wir denn da? Moment. Wo kann ich denn noch hin? Da oben waren wir, oder? Waren wir da nicht? Da nach rechts. Können wir da auch hin, oder ist das... Nö. Das endet hier. Weiter nach Osten. Also das ist hier... Ne, das ist Quatsch. Da war doch ein Dingens. Ein Schiff. Gehen wir da runter. Hier lang. Das ist das ja. Nee. Das kann doch jetzt nicht einfach Ende sein. Oh. Sag mal, irgendwas übersehe ich doch. Ja, super. Östlich ist doch rechts. Warum? Das geht man nicht. Ich gehe mal auf Schnellreisen. Hallo. Sag mal, warum ist das mit dem Schnellreisen immer so ein bisschen schwierig? Hier gehen wir noch mal ein bisschen. Wir sind vielleicht zu nah dran. Wir müssen irgendwie ja dann dran vorbeikommen. Vielleicht wird diese Seite. Was haben wir denn da? Aha. Was passiert jetzt? Ich mach das gut, okay. Ja, hier geht's also weiter. Oh, da ist noch jemand. Den nehmen wir uns aber... So, warte. Zack. Hallo Katze.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the back.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Ja.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
Okay, das müssen wir
I'm
auch kurz
sure you will
machen.
feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Wir machen an genau der Stelle weiter. Beim nächsten Mal. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen. Sag wie immer, macht's auf jeden Fall gut und jo, ciao.